Pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has turned up the power.
I'm getting an off-cheese, Spot Captain.
From Port St. Joe to Panama City to Fort Walton Beach, the biggest sports signal in the Panhandle.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Ready to play? Welcome to DuPlay, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun. DuPlay is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new DuPlay in Panama City. Take a look now at DuPlayOnline.com. That's DuPlayOnline.com.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's SeaTow. SeaTow's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. SeaTow gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at SeaTow.com or call 850-234-2323.
This May, we honor the courage, sacrifice, and service of America's heroes. At Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, we're proud to celebrate Military Appreciation Month with an additional 15% off any fine jewelry purchase for all active duty and veteran service men and women. Whether it's a service-inspired piece, a timeless gift, or something special to mark a milestone, thank you for protecting the freedoms we hold dear. Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, proudly saluting those who serve.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
WGSX Lynhaven, WVOQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Turn it up a little bit. Yeah! 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 Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Hey, James, guess what we're giving away today?
What are we giving away today?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So how many of those free cards did you get?
I can't answer that.
About 3.
I could get in trouble, so I will not answer that. You cannot force me to tell you that. Tell you what, the food down there is absolutely outstanding. It is the best. And welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Paradise. Jim Brandt's with us more. Jim, what's going on, Big Daddy?
Not much. Just trying to stay out of trouble.
Good luck with that.
Good time of year for Cleveland sports. The Guardians are in first. The Indians or Guardians are in first place, and the Cavs are in the Eastern Conference Finals. So,
all right. I like watching reading your post about all that professional stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I grew up in Cleveland, James, about 20 minutes from downtown Cleveland. I have a real life outside of this show. Okay.
So, I mean, why are we arguing about, Guardians or Indians? Why don't we still argue about Naps or spiders?
I don't know.
Let's just go way back with it.
And the people who, I really feel like the people who got on that, why are they called the Indians? It's so disrespectful. No, they had a guy back in like 1908 or something. I can't remember the guy's name. He was an Indian. They had an American Indian on the team. And as a tribute to him, that's what they called the team in honor of him. It wasn't a derogatory thing at all. Now, to be fair, the Chief Wahoo caricature, the big smiling guy with the
with the red face, not the best look.
Yeah, it's not. It's kind of like the Atlanta Braves guy. That's not the best look. I could see getting rid of that, but the name itself was a tribute.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know why anybody get upset.
Changes in time and whatnot, and fools of us all.
In the old days, we didn't care.
And in Florida State, still the Seminoles. Utah is still the Utes. The Utes are not guys from New York. That's a tribe, Native American tribe. The Utes
guys.
And they got a name for the winners of the world. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide.
Don't even get me started. You're going to be on your own here in about 30 seconds.
Hey, James, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes to save your life. I've got an appointment with Dr. Ward at 11:30. Should you? Have you been checking yourself?
I mean, I look around. I got a couple little spots that, my GP looks at every once in a while. They hadn't done nothing with it yet, but they just go, yeah, that looks interesting.
Me and this guy right here for years down in southwest Florida where it was unbelievably hot year-round. We'd be out there, no hats on, coaching in the middle of the day. Our second practice was about 12:30. We went early in the morning and went at 12:30 because we had electrical storms about every day at 3. So to get the work in, we did it for years. And now I'm paying for it. I don't think you got it as bad as I do.
No.
I'm paying for it now.
It's they keep looking at the top of my ears because I work Parks and Rec down here, in Bay County. And, I was wearing a baseball hat, which protected the face and protected the top of the head. But
that's what's got me. I've had mine cut,
He used to come out slathered up. It was unbelievable. It's like, you think you got enough there, Chief? It's like one. It was unbelievable.
Had to be protected after I've done the damage. But anyway.
So you're saying he came out looking whiter than
Scott Shepard. We had one coach. Scott Shepard was really. I met him in 1990, I think. Right, 1990. He protected himself pretty well. He always had this stuff lathered up. Of course, he's redhead.
He's redhead. Look like Opie Taylor. So.
Yeah.
Does not tan, just burns, right?
Yeah.
Those
anyway, what we're getting at, it's the time of year. Everybody's going to be out at the beach. Everybody's going to be at the pool. Everybody's playing golf or whatever. Protect your skin. You'll wish you would. Especially your kids. Make sure your kids got suntan lotion all over them. They get burnt now. Really, they get burnt really bad. That's what they're going to have to pay for in the future. All right, let's get rolling. Deborah Murphy was the young lady that got killed, and she wasn't young, but she was a beautiful. I heard so many great things about her. All the things I've read on Facebook, they said about her.
This is the lady in a parking lot.
Yeah, and they showed it on Channel 13. Her coming out in front of Publix on Thomas Drive. They call it Navy Thomas, whatever drive you want to call it. And the guy, I've never seen anybody do this either. You have to turn left. The only place you go across in front of the doors, you have to take a left to go into the park. Well, he takes a left. He puts the 4Runner in reverse. She walks out. For some reason, he doesn't see her. He completely runs her over. And I really think that by the time I got there right beside her, I think she's already gone. I don't think she felt any. I really don't think she felt anything. I think it took care of her as soon as she got hit. But anyway, that 4Runner, black 4Runner, I went and looked at it and everything. They have backup cameras. And most people turn around and look when they back up, or do you look at the camera?
I still do, even with the camera.
Yeah.
I will still turn around and look because I'm old enough that I didn't have those.
And once you feel you've hit something, do you keep running over it? It's just me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't a big lady or anything, but the thing is like even if you hit, just like a little pothole, you feel it throughout that whole vehicle.
Exactly,
of course.
Exactly. And when he backed up, he's backed up pretty quickly, I thought. But anyway, again, I will say we do have heroes out there. They were 2 young men, 2 or 3, that really went to work trying to help her. And I actually just stood right by her and tried to keep her covered from the sun. But they worked hard trying to get to beat her heart and everything like that. But anyway, I think she was a retired teacher. I don't know, but I know she worked for the school system or something. I know she had taught her something like that one time. But everybody has talked so highly of her. She had a dog and a daughter. And they said her daughter went and got the dog to take care of the dog now. But all the neighbors said nothing but great things about her. So anyway, keep her in your prayers. I think she's in heaven right now. And it was just a sad, sad day. That happened Sunday. Hated that. Jim, I want to ask you this. Since I don't have much time, I'll come back to the second segment. But I do want to bring this up. I don't know if you've known this or not. I wrote it down. The Ohio State Buckeyes, which I love their home uniform. I actually like their away uniform. The color scheme.
They got a good uniform.
They got the helmet, the color scheme. We kind of copied that at Arnold. The silver and navy.
More like the Cowboys. Ours.
Yeah, it's a good-looking uniform. Well, 2026, they are going to come out with a new. I don't know how many. I think maybe one game they're going to wear it. New all-black uniform for 2026. They have changed their historically unbelievable, beautiful uniform. Why? I have no idea. I saw a picture of it. It looks good. I don't think they should have messed with it. It looks good. And what they did, the home uniform Ohio State Block O logo on the front of the collar is going to be. It's not going to be the standard Buckeye. It's going to have a big O there or something like that. The collar also features a new and improved design pattern. It looked all right. I like the old one better.
The biggest change is they're putting the stripes back on the sleeve.
Yeah, talk about because I got it ready. You saw it. Tell everybody what the exact.
It's not that big a change. I mean,
is it going to be all silver?
Silver and white, black, red. Just on the shoulders. They had it in the past. They went away from it. Now they're bringing it back.
Okay. I just think it's one of the greatest.
They're also getting new turf too.
Is it going to be natural or is it going to be?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be artificial, but they're getting a new field.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, up there.
And changeable end zones, too. So, money's not a problem.
Well, what about the end zones?
I guess the end zones are going to roll out. They can put different colors in the end zone instead of painting on it. That's what I heard. It's different color end zones. So we'll see.
So if it's like an artificial turf, basically they have the ability to roll the
change
carpet up.
See, I think in Michigan and Ohio State with the weather, it's hard to keep in that cold weather keep a field looking really green and nice. So I think you more or less have to have those artificial turf up there for the weather. I think.
Yeah,
I mean, places like Buffalo now are, with the new Bills Stadium that they're building up there, that's, that multi-billion-dollar facility, they're having still natural turf, but they're putting in systems underneath it that will keep, like, the soil and grass and everything warm. So during those big blizzards, we don't get the white fields anymore, which will kind of make me sad.
Yeah. That's amazing what they can do now with these turfs.
Yeah, the technology is 1,000 times better.
Keep the field warm, keep the draining system up underneath it. It's crazy. And then what's that one stadium? They roll it in and roll it out.
In Arizona.
That's
they just roll the whole field out of the stadium into like the parking lot. It's crazy to watch when they do that.
All right. Let's talk about some of our great people. Well, I can tell you what, we got so many great sponsors. I appreciate all you wonderful people. I appreciate everybody listening too. I really do. We were at I can't say the name of it. I was told I can't. But I was at a pizza place. Leighton was with us, Lorelei, and Julie and I. And the guy waiting on us had played for Baxley for 1 year. And he waited on us, and he saw my shirt, and he goes, are you Coach Hale? I said, yeah. He goes, oh, my God, I listen to your show every day. He said, I was there 1 year when you were coaching there. They look familiar, but I can't, how I am with names.
Right.
And then the table over, the guy goes, hey, I listen to your show every day too. So we appreciate that. I like hearing that. Got a lot of people listening to us. We really like that. Continue to do so, by the way. But anyway, our great sponsors, they are incredible. Pat Perno, the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an incredible job as the city commissioner, but his restaurant is unbelievable. I think he just hires and really careful who he brings on board, because the people he's got, they're first class, man, and it's hard to get people like that every time you hire somebody. Then I think he trains them. I think he understands customer service, treating you like family, making sure you always got a smile on your face, that you're always having a good day, because you want to go back to restaurants like that where you get great food, great atmosphere, and people treat you great. That's a winning combination. That's what Pat does at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Same thing with Russ and Amber and Patrick down at David Adams. They treat you like family. They deal with you. It's like a joy just going visiting with him. They got this big estate sale going on down there right now. A lot of merchandise the entire month. Great deals on it. And if you got jewelry old jewelry you want to sell to them, gold, silver, you're getting good money for that stuff right now. Go down and visit them. They got the wish list. You go up there and write down exactly what you want. Send your wife or girlfriend or both in. I wouldn't send them both at the same time, but send them down there. Maybe you'll get what you want. I know we got so many people that on our show always go there and shop, especially Tommy Santamont. Get down there and have a great time. That's down also right down the street from Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. And, of course, the legendary Jay Michaels, our Jay Michaels studio. Love that guy. Johnny was in there yesterday, Jim. He's playing with all those toys, just him by himself. People coming by talking to him. I had one that said, "That baby's gorgeous." I said, "Yeah, I know. It's like me." She didn't say anything then. But they got a new toy over there, this old-timey games, and you hit the little ball up like
pinball machine.
Yeah. So he went over there, and he got him up in a chair. He's in there playing, but he wanted me to get away. He's like, "No, get back." He didn't want me near him, so I stood about 5 yards from him and let him play. But he was tearing it up. Anyway, get out to J. Michael's restaurant. We're one day away from that world-famous J. Michael's spaghetti. Today's special is black beans and quesadillas. It's really, really good. Go check it out. Best steaks, seafood, the best shrimp you'll get anywhere, the legendary J. Michael's. We'll be right back. I want to talk with Jim when we get back about the SEC Big Ten. A lot of stuff's going up in Congress. You know, it's so bad in college athletics that we're trying to let the government come in and screw it up even more. Would you ever want the government to come help you with anything?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. Crooks. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This Memorial Day, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida honors our local heroes. A Panama City native, United States Air Force Senior Master Sergeant Sherry Lynn Olds served 20 years and died in the 1998 embassy bombing in Nairobi, Africa, while serving her country. Thank you for your service and great sacrifice. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 85 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Mostly clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. 84 and mostly sunshine with a calm wind Thursday. Friday mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 88. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
Lace up your running shoes for the 6th annual Jam on the Coast 5K. Presented by Visit Panama City Beach in partnership with Gulf Coast Jam. Join us May 30th for this family-friendly race at Frank Brown Park and running through Gales Trails. Every participant receives a premium race t-shirt and a finisher medal. And that's not all. Registered runners will receive an exclusive coupon for Gulf Coast Jam merch for one of the biggest events of the year. Don't wait. Register now at pcb5k.com.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves Morning Update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Fish rout the Braves. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network Morning Update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
Well, one of these games was bound to happen, and it certainly happened on Monday night. Braves shut out by the Miami Marlins 12-0. J.R. Ritchie, his first major league loss, he went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 earned runs, walked 1, and struck out 4. Didn't get any better for Aaron Bummer, who relieved Ritchie. He gave up 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 homers. One was a grand slam, followed up by a solo home run by Xavier Edwards. It was not that kind of night for the Atlanta Braves, but like I said, you are bound to have one of these if you are a Major League Baseball team, no matter who you are or how good you are. Game 2 coming up tonight on the Braves Radio Network. Martin Perez gets the start. He's 2-2, has a 2.25 ERA. Braxton Garrett going for the Fish. He's 0-1, has a 33.75 ERA. He's only started 1 game. Ford leadoff show at 2:55, first pitch at 4:10 from Lone Depot Park in Miami, and you can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I believe we have a local legend on the phone right now. Am I right? Steve Moss.
Well,
is this a Steve Moss? I think it is.
You're using that term very loosely, Coach, but we'll take it.
There you go. How you doing today?
Good, good. I got a quick story for you if you got a sec.
Yes, sir.
So I'm at a local elementary school yesterday, and I was the guest speaker at the Millionaires Club. And the principal asked me and said, hey, could you be the guest speaker at our Millionaires Club? And I said, man, I'm a financial advisor. That's my target audience. Of course I'll be there. And they said, well, it's not those type of millionaires. These are students that have read 1 million words.
Wow.
And they have this nice little breakfast for them and everything. And so I said, well, sure. So I got into the Millionaires Club, and I was telling them how important it is reading. Because, again, there was 57 students that had read over 1 million words. So they were in this club called the Millionaires Club. Well, this young lady came up to me and I said, hey, you look familiar. She goes, yeah, my name is Layton. And I said, oh, you're Coach Hale's granddaughter. She said, yes, I think we've met before. I said, well, congratulations, you're part of the Millionaires Club. She said, yes, I've read over 1 million words. I said, well, congratulations, young lady, that's great. And so I went ahead and we all sat down, all the kids did, and they were eating, and, so I got up to kind of give my speech and kind of, inspire them and everything. And I said, listen, it's so important what you've done. You're millionaires. You read 1 million words. Keep up your love of reading because this will even help you when you go into college, right? And I said, I tell you what, kids, raise your hand if you're a Gator fan. A bunch of kids raised their hand. This is a true story. Yeah, go Gators. I said, okay, yeah. I said, how about Florida State fans? Hey, a bunch of them raised their hands. And I went, how about Miami? But, a couple of them raised their hands. And I saw Layton, and she's dying. She's right there in the middle because she knows where I'm getting to, at least. And I looked at her and I said, how about Auburn? How about any Auburn fans? And there wasn't a whole lot of hands. I looked right at her, and she gave me the thumbs down. I went, oh, okay. And I said, well, I guess that's all the schools. And she looked right at me and gave me, if looks could kill, I would have killed over. She looked at me and she mouthed. She made eye contact, and she mouthed, and I said, okay, are there any Alabama fans? She jumped right out of her chair and waved both hands like she was at a Pentecostal church. Both hands up in the air.
And they were...
said, okay, so
go ahead.
A few Alabama fans in the room, and so she sat back down. So anyway, so you have her brainwashed. She is Roll Tide through and through.
Steve, I took them to the Alabama-Tennessee game, and 50 years earlier, the first game I ever been to in my life was Alabama-Tennessee game. So that was kind of a big deal. They walked in that stadium. We went in ground level. They walked, and you should have seen their eyes, 100-something thousand people. They couldn't believe it. They do the Dixieland Delight, all the cheers. They're singing. They had a blast. And I got them to get on the field because Jamie was covering the game, and they got to shake some hands with the Tennessee cheerleaders, matter of fact. And now she's going to be cheering at Surfside. She made cheerleader at Surfside, so that's awesome.
I love it. Well, you got her brainwashed. She is Alabama through and through. And so once I made eye contact with her, I said, all right, here we go. I said, all right, any Alabama fans? And like I said, she jumped like she had the Holy Spirit in her, both hands up in the air. Here I am. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, roll Tide. So, but congratulations to her and the rest of those students, all millionaires. They've read over 1 million words throughout the year, so we had a special gathering for them. So
and I tell you what, you got to brag about that principal over there at Petronas.
Oh,
she's special,
Miss Lloyd,
man.
yes. So she was Principal of the Year for Bay County, which is a big deal. We have all sorts of schools now, and then we found out she was top 3 in the state. So we said, oh, okay. Now, honestly, Coach Hale, usually when that's about as far as our principals get, top 3. Usually it's someone from Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, some of those bigger counties down south. They get Principal of the Year. Lo and behold, we found out a couple of weeks ago that Miss Lloyd was Principal of the Year for the entire state of Florida, right here from Bay County. She's over there at Petronas Elementary School. So congratulations to her. It's never happened in the history of Bay County. We've never had a state of Florida Principal of the Year, and she finally broke through. Now, we've had a couple that were top 3, but never the one. And so congratulations to her, Brooke Lloyd over at Petronas Elementary.
All right, I got to ask you, I don't know if your wife knew her. I'm not sure if you knew her, but the lady that run over at Publix, Deborah Murphy, was she not a teacher?
She was. So my wife's now the principal at Breakfast Point there on the beach, and my wife worked with her at Oakland Terrace.
Wow.
Said she was the nicest lady. I guess she was from England originally and had like an English accent. Her husband had passed away a few years ago, but all the students loved her. All the teachers loved her. Just as sweet a person as could be. But, yeah, my wife did work with her at Oakland Terrace back in the day, and it's hard to find anyone that has anything negative to say about that young lady. I say young lady. She was in her 80s, but had been retired for a while, but had really dedicated a lot of years to Bay District schools and a lot of our students. So it's just a tragic event for her to pass away the way she did.
Yeah, bless her heart. You're right. It was terrible. Hey, not this Friday, but I got to get you back in here. I want to sit down, talk to you, get you on the air, talk about Coop and the Gators. Now, there's a chance that Florida and Alabama will play, I believe, Thursday. Are you going to make it up to Hoover?
There is. So you're right. Kentucky and Vanderbilt will play in the first round. The winner of that will play Florida in the SEC tournament up in Hoover on tomorrow, on Wednesday. The winner of that will play Alabama. So Alabama was a top 4 seed. They got a double bye, so they don't play till Thursday. So you're right. If Florida can beat the winner of Kentucky and Vandy, it'll be Alabama, Florida in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. And I tell you, if you're a baseball fan, it doesn't matter who you pull for. Any of the 16 teams, whatever it is, put it on your bucket list to go to Hoover and watch the SEC baseball tournament. If you're a baseball fan, you will think you're in heaven. It is amazing. Every day there's 2 or 3 different games, sometimes more, and that town shuts down, Hoover does, for this tournament. It is amazing. Put that on your bucket list if it doesn't matter who you pull for. If you're a baseball fan, make sure you do that at least once.
Yeah, and I'm not going to make it this year. I got to have a little procedure done Wednesday, so I'll be out for 2 or 3 days. But that's the only reason I'm not going to be up there, because I'd love to go up there Thursday and watch Florida and Alabama play. And I want to see all. I tell you what, keep an eye on Auburn. They're pretty good. Did you watch Auburn this year?
Yes, we saw them. They came to Florida, and they're solid. They're solid pitching. They can hit the ball, and so the SEC. There's a lot of parity this year. I mean, Texas is probably up at the top. They've kind of separated themselves. But then if you go from 2 to, say, 10, all those teams were only 2 or 3 games separating themselves in conference play. So it wouldn't be surprised me if some team you didn't really see coming out of it wins the whole tournament. There's really, really good teams. Honestly, a lot of it probably has to do with the portal. You bring in guys every year, and now all of a sudden you're a contender, depending on how much you want to pay. It is what it is. But there's a lot of parity, probably more than there has been, between quite a few of the teams.
All right, you're a fan. You're a parent of an athlete in a major university. The Congress is it sounds like they're really getting ready to do something and try to solve the situation. Some of it, I've seen just a little bit of it, freeze the coaches' pay, a lot of all different things, but it seems like something's really starting to happen to try to get this thing under control. But would you, and I'm sitting there thinking, Jim and I were talking about this, I wouldn't want the government to get involved in anything. Everything they touch, they screw up. But it looks like they're going to, and it looks like they're truly trying to get this thing under control. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think they can get it under control?
I think Ronald Reagan was the one that had the famous quote that said the 9 most dangerous words in the world are, I'm here from the government, and I'm from the government, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that off the air just about 10 minutes ago. Same thing.
Yeah, and you kind of cringe. But, as a dad of a D1 athlete, and I know this kind of sounds cliche-ish, but it does seem like the wild, wild west. The teams that want to spend the money, they're the ones that get the best players. Every player is a free agent. I talked to some of the coaches at Florida, and they said the recruiting is unlike it's ever been in the past. The first thing you do when the season's over is you re-recruit your own players, which sounds crazy to find out who's coming back and who you can pay and not pay. Then you go in the portal and see who's available and how much money you have to pay them. And because if you don't pay them enough, they'll go to another school, right? And then JUCO, and then finally high school. I'm convinced it is harder for a true freshman to get playing time and to get recruited out of Power 4 than it's ever been. So why would you roll the dice on an unproven 19-year-old that might have been a real stud in high school when I can go to the portal and get a guy that's already pitched 3 years, right? And I know exactly what I'm getting. So it's really tough, including my own son, as we're finding out, to get playing time as a true freshman because he said, Dad, there's guys on the team that are 23, 24 years old. 2 guys are married.
Yeah.
And so teams are just older now, and it's because I believe of the portal. They're not going the pro route. They're just staying longer because they're getting paid. So something has to be done to kind of at least put some guardrails, I would call it, in there. If not, it's going to be like you see in the major leagues. You'll have those small market teams that don't spend a lot and aren't very good, and then you'll have the big market teams, the ones in New York and in other places. They have the best teams because they spend the most money.
And just, Steve, you made a great point, but just think about the high school athletes now. The ones that are really getting messed over on are those guys. It's so hard now to get a football scholarship, a baseball, basketball. It's harder than it's ever been in the history of the sport because it's what you said. They'll go get a transfer player that know they can play instead of wasting time on the kid coming up.
You're 100% right. And part of me doesn't necessarily blame the coaches. They have to win, and they have to win now, or they're going to be out of a job. So although there might be a stud high school player, 18, 19 years old, a lot of times they just don't have the time to develop them because they got to win now. And in plan B is to get a portal guy. I know exactly what I'm getting. He's pitched 3 years at the D1 level, maybe a mid-major, but I know exactly what I'm getting. I'm going to bring him in and pay him, and we'll start him immediately. We don't have to worry about developing him like I would a 19-year-old out of high school.
They're already developed.
Pretty polished already. And if he don't work out, you know what I'll do? Next year I'll spend money. I'll get somebody else.
Yep.
I'll buy somebody else. I don't have to worry about. Gone is the way where I get a 19-year-old and I develop them. I hate to say it, Coach, but I bring them in and I work with them and I this and that and I hope he works out. I don't know if that model is broke, but I just don't think we're going to see it as well because coaches have to win. They got to win now, and it's almost too much of a risk to put a 19-year-old in there, even though he might be a stud and have a hell of a resume. I'll go in the portal. I know exactly what I'm getting.
Hey, Steve, look at your calendar. I'm going to try to get you on next Friday. Come and visit with us because we can talk about the Hoover experience and everything that went on this year as a freshman for Coop. So if you can, next Friday, come in and be our special guest. Not this Friday, but the following Friday.
Yeah, I'd love to. That's such a. I'm really excited about the baseball. I'm really excited, and probably even more about my visits to Taco Mama. I mean, the baseball's good. Taco Mama. I'll be honest with you. That's really why I'm headed to Hoover.
There
but
you go.
Don't tell Cooper or anybody else that.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Tell Leighton, congratulations and roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Thank you, buddy. Leighton Bell, my superstar.
All right. Well, I was thinking of this. I've known you for a long time. So Leighton has read 1 million words this year. How many words have you read this year? Are you in the Millionaires Club?
No. Hey, you know better than that. But I am from the Harvard of the South, okay?
That's right.
No. You know what? Doing this, it makes me have to get up and read a little bit. You got to look something to talk about.
Couple 100,000.
Yeah. I'd say maybe 10, 20. All right. Max Fish Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski and make that happen to you. Listen to him every Tuesday and Friday. Where is he? I'll let you know one day. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Neat from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I just won $250 from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the Jane Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by the legendary Newbies. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Let's make sure we out and support them big time. Newbies 2 in the Curve, the place to go watch all sporting events. Heck, the SEC tournament from Hoover. Watch it there. Then do like everybody does. Head on down to the Mothership, the best entertainment in the Southeast. Every single weekend, heck, during the summers, like every single night. And they also got one in St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. You know, Charlotte's giving back so much to this community. Let's make sure we support them big time. Get out there and have a great time and tell them Coach sent you. Jim, what do you got for us today on FSU?
We're going to start with softball first. This time last Tuesday, we were talking about the regionals, and Tallahassee, of course, and Florida State had one. And I'll be honest, I thought this is going to be a breeze. I mean, who's in a regional? They got UCF, Stetson, and Jacksonville State. I'm thinking that sounds like a pretty easy section, regional rather. Excuse me. Well, all plans don't always work out so well. The very first game, Florida State loses 8-3 to Stetson. I'm going, what? To Stetson? I'm sorry if you're a Hatter out there. I'm sorry, but to Stetson? That was like the first time they ever beat Florida State. So the Florida State go ahead and wins the next one, and then they beat UCF, and then 2-1, and then in the championship game they had to win them again or beat them again, or they're out, and they lost to UCF, so they're out. And UCF's moving on. I mean, not in a million years.
That was a shocker.
Not in a million years did I ever think that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody else did either. All right, so Florida State had a great year in softball, but they're finished. The baseball, their tournament is starting the 19th, which I think is today, is it not?
I think you are correct.
And it's going through the 24th. It's a single elimination. All ACC teams are in it. They kind of have it broken down a little bit in like three different groups. All right, the first 4 teams, which are Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Florida State, Boston College, they all have double byes. That means they don't play for 2 rounds of the competition. All right. Teams 5 through 8, that's Miami, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Virginia, they have a single bye. So you say, well, who the heck is playing? That's 9 through 16. That's North Carolina. I'm not going to read them all, but North Carolina State through Duke. So Florida State's not going to have a game until Friday because they're in the number 3 seed. It's single elimination. The games are being played in Charlotte, North Carolina. So hopefully they'll do really well. I've watched Florida State a couple times this year. I really think they got hurt when they've been hurt as a team when their first baseman was such a good player got hurt, and I think they kind of just not struggled, but I don't think they're as good as they could have been. They're still ranked, I think, number 10 or 11 and all. There's so many different baseball polls. Yeah. I think they're 10 or 11 overall, but ACC plays good baseball, so we'll see.
D1, I think D1's
right.
Well, here's totally different right here. On 3s, they're ranked 11th.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say 10 or 11, somewhere in there. So their season's going pretty well. They it was just a surprise to let me just talk about softball. Go back to softball here. I got to give a shout out to my hometown, University of Akron. They made it in softball. They had to go to LSU. As you can imagine, the first game didn't do very well. They lost 7-0 to LSU. Then they beat South Alabama. The Jaguars, not Wires, Jaguars. The Jaguar. All right, so they beat them 1-0. And then they had to come back, and if they could beat Virginia Tech, they'd go on. They were ahead 6-1 in the 7th inning against Virginia Tech. This is the Akron Zips. And ended up losing 7-6. But for somebody who has a team that doesn't ever make the softball, that was pretty good. And I'll be honest, I watched some of the softball because I watched Florida State and some of these other teams. The difference between the really teams that are favored physically in like a Florida State or an Akron or even a UCF is like night and day. Have you seen, I always go talk about that, have you seen Oklahoma's girls on their softball team?
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome. Awesome. You seen Texas Tech? They're good too, man.
What do you want your softball athletes to look like? That's them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all tall, just athletic, big, strong, fast, can run. Like, where do they get these girls? I mean,
Texas has got them. Alabama's got them.
Yeah, it was like night and day. It was like high school versus like an NFL team. Like, God, there's like no comparison.
Do you realize if Akron had won that thing, they'd be playing in Tuscaloosa against Alabama?
Right, and they got beat about 15-0. Yeah, so. And, it is what it is, but it's just unbelievable the difference. Yeah, UCLA's got a girl who got 39 home runs. Oklahoma's got 2 of them with 36 or more. I mean, it's just like batting practice. Have you watched them play?
Yeah.
Boop. There was one from Oklahoma. The girl hit it in dead center field over the scoreboard. My eyes like, oh my God! Men couldn't hit the ball that far.
But Oklahoma did the same thing Florida State did. They lost to Georgia, somebody,
right,
in the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah, in their conference tournament.
So
it's
just but you never know.
They lost to Georgia.
You never know.
I think. But so I don't know who's going to win it all in softball. I definitely don't know who's going to win it all in baseball. But it's coming down to that time of year, and then. We'll see.
I want to talk to you about Florida State football. I saw some stuff Norvell has said, and what he says makes you think they're going to be better than what people would think. He's expecting a good year, great time of life. He's done a lot of good positive things, but you can say all that stuff, but you got to do it on the field.
Right.
What's your gut feeling on FSU football? Can they somehow, some way, get 9-10 wins this year?
We had that prediction a couple of weeks ago. We all predicted. Me and you did 6-6. Jason and
Brian,
they did 5-7.
Or Kyle.
No, it was Jason. Or
Kyle.
No, not Kyle.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Thank you. They were 5-7. And I think James, he was 6-6 or something like that too. So, will they be better? Yeah, probably. But that's a.
I don't see them beating Florida. They're not going to beat Miami.
No.
Miami's good.
Yeah.
Miami's going to be really good.
Yeah, we'll see.
Clemson. I got to get their schedule in front of me again, but
I just, I always go back to the NFL draft. It's kind of a measuring stick of what do the pros think about your players. And for the last 3 years, how many guys has Florida State had drafted?
Yeah.
4, something like that, in 4 years, 3 years. They don't have the players. They just don't.
It started to fall apart.
They just don't.
When they didn't make the playoffs and they let it go into the next year. But I think when they brought that quarterback in, and I can't remember his name right now, he just wasn't the answer. And that's
DJ.
Yeah.
Uiagalelei or whatever.
And they just never gelled. I don't know if it's because the locker room was lost because you have people that you don't even know come in or making more money than you're making, and you've been at Florida State for 2 or 3 years. That would piss me off, too, to be honest with you. I've been there. I've done through winter workouts. I've done all this. You bring these clowns in here, don't even care about FSU, paying them all this money.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it this way, though. These kids are no longer an amateur athlete. They're now professional athletes.
No, they're not.
That's how life works. There are going to be people that come in where you work, and they get paid more than you. That's how business works.
Yep.
So, I mean, the kids are going to have to get used to that.
Yep, and obviously they didn't that year. And then Georgia spanked them in that bowl game, and since then it's been something we've never seen since back in this, early 70s?
Yeah, when Manley was here the other day, we talked about it. Through the 90s, Florida State won more games than anybody else. They won 109 games in the 90s. 109. Yeah. That's over 10 a year.
Yeah.
And you say that,
And Florida was like second or third.
It's like, where are they now? Well, they won 7 games in 2 years. What?
I think we had a phone call. Let's take this phone call.
So we'll see.
Who we got?
Hey,
we have Lynn Haven Rob with us.
Rob, where you been?
Man, I listen to you every day.
I like to hear that beautiful voice.
The better question is, you've been here. Where has James Hale been?
Yeah,
Rob, I'm Rob.
Rob, we talked to you the other day. You were here.
Rob, I'm getting
That's
old.
right.
I'm getting old, Rob. I'm getting old, man.
To you and Coach Manley, but
That's
James,
right.
you were out.
My gosh, where were
this
you?
This body's starting to fail me. I'm starting to have to get work on it. It's I don't know, man.
You start dyeing your hair black.
Y'all gonna miss me. Y'all gonna miss me.
That's all in your mind. That's all in your mind. Dude.
Help us out, man. What's going to happen to FSU football this year? Are there any bright spots? Could we be wrong? Could they go out there and have a good year?
Well, when you're talking about when they got shafted and got left out of the playoffs, I really think they could have made a little bit of a run with that defense they had.
Mm-hmm.
But they, for whatever reason, everybody, their backup quarterbacks, everybody just started bailing at that, and nobody played in it. So that kind of killed the. But then they got Uiagalelei come in there, and he was terrible.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
He was terrible before he got there.
Right. And I don't know how when he went to the pros, he did a walk-on or whatever. He threw 2 interceptions. He got into a preseason game. He threw 2 interceptions, and one, the guy went to the outside, and he threw it across the middle. Mm-hmm. He just was terrible. Last year, I think what happened, Alabama got surprised, and they didn't realize how good that quarterback was. And then after about 3 games, they figured out, hey, everything he throws is to the outside. He cannot see the center of the field. So they didn't even have to defend the center of the field anymore. And that's how they – do you realize the last 7 games they played last year, they were favored to win those games and didn't win any of them?
I didn't know that. Hey, Rob, don't hang up. We got to take a break, and we're going to come back with you, okay? So don't hang up. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Love all of them. Pepper's Mexican Grill, we love it. We know we've had one over in Panama City for years, right across the street from the mall. Great place. Chips are unbelievable. Everything's really, really good there. We finally got one on Panama City Beach. You've heard me talk about it. On Panama City Beach Parkway, Pepper's Mexican Grill. If you got graduation going on at Arnold High School, you got a jamboree football game being played, any kind of sporting events, that's the place you want to go have the meal before the game and go have a couple drinks afterwards. And if you're not going to Arnold, go there anyway. Pepper's Mexican Grill is incredible. Every Monday, Military personnel, 10% off. And every day, buy one, get one free. Draft beer and house margaritas. The food is incredible. We were there Saturday. We had a great time. Pepper's Mexican Grill. Go check it out. Tell them Coach sent you. You'll be glad you did. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Oh, yeah, I got to talk about Jason. They came in there yesterday. They did an incredible job. I got it serviced. It's going to run me better. It's going to save me money. And do the same thing. You got to have these things serviced like having a car. You got to get the oil change. Same thing with air conditioning heating units. You got to get it serviced. Get it serviced by a local company. The best they can do it. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's Jason Stevenson. They are incredible. Local, you tell me, graduated from Mosley High School. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. No competition. Stevenson Air Conditioning. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Chris, hold on. Over your left shoulder, right if you're watching on TV, can you explain that wall over there?
You got all my goats here, Paul. You got Dabo Swinney, the goat to college football. You got LeBron James, the goat of basketball. And then you got Paul Feinbaum, the goat of the radio.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning, this is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 85 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Mostly clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. 84 and mostly sunshine with a calm wind Thursday. Friday mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 88. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy food, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Well, we got Rob on the phone. Let's bring him back. Rob, come on, man. Solve these problems for FSU. We got to get that program back. We got the football team back where it needs to be.
Hey, if I was to solve those problems they got, I'd be the athletic director.
Well, can the government go in and solve them? If they're gonna, you think the government's gonna somehow fix this transfer deal, control the payouts? They want to freeze coaching salaries. I don't know. I don't want the government to get involved in anything I have to deal with.
I don't know how you going to be able to freeze coaches' salary because that's not really a pay thing. That's a private entity, the booster program, that's paying the coaches.
See, I'm like you. I thought the same thing. Yeah.
The coaches have a base salary from the state colleges and stuff, but all the rest of that stuff is from the TV, the commercials that they run. I don't know how much that they get when Saban has that Coca-Cola on the podium, but that's a lot. I've never seen him take a swallow of one.
I haven't either. I've never seen him.
Right.
No.
I don't know if Bear Bryant took a swallow of one. And
Bear did. There were more than Coke in there too when he took a swallow.
Right. But I didn't ever see him eat a golden flake potato chip either. But back in the day, that was the big thing for those guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know the answers to it. I think they tried that once before when they all were going to just pay all the players, the athletic students and stuff, a stipend of $10,000 a year, which would have been probably not. I won't say plenty, but that would have got them spending money and everything else, and it wouldn't have killed, and everybody would know. And so what they were getting. So, but now it's crazy, and I don't know that there's a fix for it. Until one of these kids really wraps one of them $100,000 cars around a tree and kills somebody, that's when people are really going to get mad about it, and something happens. So.
Well, I think they got to tie in. They can solve it by a couple of ways, but one of the things has to be, and it used to be this way, in high school athletics you have to maintain a certain GPA, and in colleges used to have to work towards your degree. I think they can tie the academic part into it and tighten up the transfer for the schools that accept a player that you have to have so many credits towards your degree. There's ways to do it. They just got to sit down, figure it out, and then do it. Have enough.
But let me ask you this: why, if you're a student and you're getting a scholarship, you should have to keep up a grade point average and make so many and go to class and all that. So why are we not taking the scholarships away from these?
Absolutely.
That's where you're going to have to. There's going to have to be a problem. Is the presidents and the deans and all that are going to have to get involved and do some of that. Because to me, if I'm a regular student and I'm paying as much money as it's costing now, why is this guy getting a free education and he doesn't even come to class?
Well, you go to Florida. The average student getting in Florida's GPA is off the charts. The test scores are off the charts. What they're going to have to do is go, you know what? You're going to have to make a certain score like the average student to get in. We're not going to bend any rules anymore. You have to have so many credits towards your degree.
What a lot of people don't even realize is that in 2008, when my daughter graduated from Mosley, Florida and FSU did not even accept freshmen into their into the university. You had to get a 2-year degree from somewhere else before they would even accept you, because they had so many out-of-state foreign students and everything else coming in.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I got a meeting to go here, and so y'all have a great day and appreciate it.
Well, Rob, just leave the phone going. We'll listen to the meeting. We'll help y'all with that.
Yeah.
I got the answers now. I got some answers. Right. Have a good day, buddy. Appreciate you.
See you later.
But Jimmy, he's right. You got to do something. There's a way to figure this out. There's a way to figure this thing out. In the old days, you had to work towards your degree. You had to have a certain GPA.
Personally, this is just me. We always talk about opinions. I don't think that matters one bit at all.
No, it doesn't. But it should. They can make it.
It should, but it doesn't.
They can put their rules in. Every university can have a rule and go, this is the way it's going to be. You don't want to come play here under our rules, you're not coming.
I mean, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I just know the reality of what we were dealing with. I would say probably 60, 70%, I'm just guessing here, spitballing here, are the athletes that play like college football. They probably don't even attend class, physically attend class.
Everything's online.
They do everything online.
Yeah, they go online. They sign up for classes that the professor has had the same test for like 40 years in a row.
And somebody's probably doing the work.
And they just, by the way, you're going to take this test online, and here's not the answer sheet that I'm handing you right now.
Yeah.
You hate to say that, but I mean, I just think that's the reality. Personally, I don't think the solution is tied to academics at all. At all.
I don't think so.
This is all about money. And that is, as long as it's about money, there's going to be problems.
Well, what I fear and what I hate for these players, there are going to be some of these guys that had good money playing, and they're going to find out those people that were giving that money could care less about them when they're not playing. They get injured, they go blow all the money, their family takes part of it, their agent takes part of it, and then they don't have that college degree. They're going to be on the streets.
Oh,
they've blown all
the
money, and they're going to be back where they were at. And that's a shame. In the old days, you got that scholarship. You knew if you got that degree, you had a chance to have a pretty good life. That was the home run. I still think getting a college degree is very important.
Well, I do too, but
and I don't think
we're in the minority here, brother.
In everybody's mind, I'm going to play professional. I'm going to make all this money in the NFL. And that happens about 100% of the players.
Yep.
And then you get an injury. And we saw Trent Richardson, man, all those people ran through his money. You know?
Yep.
This is going to happen, and I hate it. I think the kids are getting screwed over in some ways. It's good to have the money, no doubt, but they need to get that college degree to take care of them the rest of their life when that money's gone. And they're going to be shocked. Man, that guy was giving me all this money. He really cared? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you think that if you want. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. These people do care, baby. They are the best. Kyle Vandergriff, that family, legendary family. But Kyle is incredible. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I don't care about roofs. If you want a house built, schoolhouse, you want anything built, commercial, residential, he can do it. But if you get a letter from a company, insurance company, they're going to drop you because your roof's so old. Don't panic. Call Kyle Vandergriff, TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. He'll walk you through it. He'll take care of you. They're not going to drop you. He'll make sure that he's going to put a good roof on there. He'll put a great roof on there. Same thing with Patrick Garner. Patrick does a great job. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want that yard like a golf course. You tired of bugs being in your house, eating your grass up. They won't anymore. All you got to do is call Patrick. Turpo Pest Control. Locals taking care of locals. His daughter is a beautiful cheerleader at Mosley High School. You can't get more local than that. Turpo Pest Control, #1. Steve's Bike Shop. Steve will be in here tomorrow. Looking forward to that. No, he'll be here Thursday. Steve will be in here Thursday. You looking for an electrical bike, standard bike? You want a great deal? Go to Steve's Bike Shop. He's been in business since 1979. Local? Yeah, he's a swim coach at Mosley High School. You can't get more local than Steve's Bike Shop right across the street from Sam's. I'll be right back. Oh, we'll be right back. Somebody will be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 85 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Mostly clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. 84 and mostly sunshine with a calm wind Thursday. Friday mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 88. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
KLA Builders is a general contractor based in Panama City Beach, specializing in home remodeling, renovations, and custom projects. KLA Builders offers services like kitchen and bathroom remodels, deck construction, and full home renovations. With a focus on craftsmanship and personalized service for residential projects, KLA Builders is turning client visions into reality. For a free estimate, call KLA Builders, 850-960-5115. That's 850-960-5115.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Lace up your running shoes for the 6th annual Jam on the Coast 5K. Presented by Visit Panama City Beach in partnership with Gulf Coast Jam. Join us May 30th for this family-friendly race at Frank Brown Park and running through Gales Trails. Every participant receives a premium race t-shirt and a finisher medal. And that's not all. Registered runners will receive an exclusive coupon for Gulf Coast Jam merch for one of the biggest events of the year. Don't wait. Register now at pcb5k.com.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro-gun, pro-flag, and pro-Pisha.
Live from the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Here we go. It's that time. Crank it up, baby. Is that not beautiful? James, is that not beautiful? Oh, that's incredible. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Do it, Leighton. Leighton Bell knows. Lorelai knows. Johnny knows. Roll Tide, roll. Hey, before I talk about Stevenson Air Conditioning, I got to give a shout out to this. I say it all the time. Men fear him. Women love him. And it's his birthday today. The baseball coach at Bozeman. You know he's a black belt in karate.
I did not know
Yes,
that.
he is. He's highly intelligent, good-looking guy. Coach Brian Norman, I think he has turned 42.
I'm going to say no.
I'm trying to make him feel good. I don't know how old he is, really, to be honest with you. Probably
80.
You think he's hit the big 5-0 yet? I don't think so.
I don't know.
He looks good. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Looks like
Anyway.
it's from ZZ Top. I don't know.
Yeah, he is a fine person. We brought him down here from he graduated from LSU. Beautiful. I mean, just highly intelligent guy. LSU is a good school. But happy birthday, Coach Brian Norman. I hope you're listening right now. We love you, and great job over at Bozeman. Very difficult job taking over for Patton. I mean, that's like following Saban. But he did it, baby, and he's got that thing rolling over there. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. We'll get him in the summer, too, as our special guest. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Again, they came in Monday. They worked outside on the unit. They came inside. They do incredible work. Stevenson Air Conditioning for all your heating and cooling. It's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Get a service like we did now before the summer. It's going to be in the 90s this week. The heat's here, baby. It's here. The summer's here. And then you do it again right before winter. Your power bill goes down. It runs better. It makes the unit last longer. If you got an old one, get rid of it and go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School, started his family business, and they knocked it out of the ballpark. They are the best at what they do. I can't say no good things about them. You got to go Stevenson Air Conditioning. All right, Alabama. What we got for you today? I got a couple things. Big year for DeBoer. Year 3. Year 3, you've usually got the thing turned in the right direction if you're going to get it done, in my opinion. Now, these were the best and worst head coaches at Alabama in year 3. In year 3. 10-1. 10 being the worst job being done at the University of Alabama. This happened in 1957, the year I was born. Whitworth was the head football coach. In his 3rd year at Alabama, did he win a championship? Did he have a winning record? No, absolutely not. Alabama Crimson Tide went 2 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. They finished 10th in the SEC, and he didn't last very long. Number 9, 3rd year as a head coach at Alabama, Red Drew. He was head football coach in 1949, the Crimson Tide. A lot better than the guy before him. He went 6-3-1. Alabama was 6th in the SEC. Then the great coach, Coach Frank Thomas, was a great coach at Alabama. He comes at number 8 in this ranking. In 1933, his Alabama Crimson Tide went 7 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss. They were 5-0-1 in the SEC. They were SEC champs in his 3rd year. He also won national championship as head coach at Alabama. Then Ray Perkins comes in at number 7. He had had to follow the legendary Paul Bear Bryant. His 3rd year was his best year. His 3rd year, after changing the wishbone, getting his personnel in there to run the multiple offensive sets, throw the ball a little bit, in 1985, the Alabama Crimson Tide went 9-2-1, 3rd place in the SEC. I think they lost to Auburn that year too, I think. And number 6, the legendary Paul Bear Bryant, in 1960, in his 3rd year, he had turned Bama into a winning program. His 3rd year, he won 82% of his games. He won 8, lost 1, tied 2. Alabama only loss that year was the Tennessee Volunteers. And at number 5, I never thought it'd be number 5. But Mike Shula, and I like Mike. I met him and his wife. We took the entire football team to the camp and spent some time with his wife, and Julie did, inside the indoor practice facility. Great people, good-looking people, great couple, good-looking couple, great people. First class all the way. But his 2005 team in his 3rd year was his best. Alabama went 10-2. They were third in the SEC, but they lost to Auburn. They lost to LSU, two of your biggest rivalries. And then when he did lose to Auburn, I think it was the next year, in 2006, he lost to Auburn. That was it. He was gone. I was there. I was actually in there where they had the recruits, and we knew it was going. We were talking to Kenny Stabler, by the way, and we knew then it was over. Number 4, 1989, Bill Curry. His third year also was his best year at Alabama. He won 10, lost 2, tied for the SEC title, lost to Auburn. They also lost to Miami in the Sugar Bowl, and then I think he bolted to Kentucky after that game, to the Miami. And then number 3, in 1999, it was also his best year, and then it fell apart. Mike DuBose, 1999. They go 10-3. He killed the Florida Gators in the SEC championship game, 34-3. Terry DuBose was his cousin, and Terry played with Coach Bryant also. At number 2, the great one, Nick Saban. And really, honestly, I got to go back and correct this. It's a tie for number 1 and number 2. So we're at the top right now. Nick Saban, in his third year at Alabama, 3 short years, Nick Saban turned that program around and started a dynasty like we've never seen. He won the SEC championship his third year. He won the national championship his third year. The first national championship for Alabama since 1992 when Gene Stallings won it. All he did was take the Crimson Tide, build them to a championship. They go 14-0, SEC champs, national champs, and he beat Texas and Coach Mack Brown for the national championship in the Rose Bowl. Remember the Rose Bowl, then we'll win. The coach that he tied for the first best turnaround ever, and I would give it to Saban because he had one more win, but the great Gene Stallings took over Bama, and he got it done. 1992, I was at the game. Alabama destroyed Miami for the national championship, and no one gave Alabama a shot to win it. Alabama goes 13-0. They win the SEC championship, beating Florida in the first one ever in Birmingham. Then he beats Miami in the Sugar Bowl for the national championship. First national championship for Alabama since the great Paul Bear Bryant. That is your 10 best and worst head coaches in year 3. Coach DeBoer is in year 3. He just signed an $80-something million contract extension, I think, for 8 years. And I will say this, if he loses to LSU, Tennessee, both on the road, Auburn, I think he's in trouble. I do believe they would fire him even after this contract if he goes 6-5 or something like that.
You're going to fire him after a 1-year bid.
You're talking about the University of Alabama. You're talking about Auburn and that state. Help me. In that state, they'll fire you after 1 year. They'll fire you after 2 years. They will fire you.
But how is that going to look, though, when you come up to the next guy and be like, hey, here's $90 million? Are they going to be excited? No.
I get where you come from. I get it. It goes back to this stuff they're talking about now, going to the government, getting help to get football under control. Where in your right mind would you give a guy an extension when you're not probably 100% sure this thing's going to work out?
And didn't he still have more than 1 year left on the contract? Didn't he have like 2 or 3
he had
still
like
left?
5 years.
he
had 5 years left.
That made no sense to me. That's just me.
They've got to get this stuff under control. This is the agents behind the scene push this stuff. Jimmy Sexton's the greatest one. He does his job. He gets some raises. He takes care of his people. But I think this is what even Saban said. You got to do something with the contracts with the coaches, and they got to do something. I mean, the pay and also the contracts. These buyouts are crazy. Jimbo Fisher, $75 million not to coach. Come on, man. Give me a job like that.
Yeah, I agree. It makes no sense.
And I like DeBoer. I think he's a great man. I think he's a great coach, and he might be the guy for Bama. We don't know. I think we'll get a better answer this year. It's his third year. He's got his own people in there now. He's got the quarterback that he recruited. I think the guy's outstanding too. So we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, Alabama update today, a little bit back in history. Alabama baseball, we talked about already. Steve Moss talked about this morning. They won't play until Friday, May 21st, and they will play around 8 o'clock. Now, actually, it'll be 7 o'clock, I think, Central Time. They're either going to play Kentucky, Vandy. They're going to play each other today. The winner of that game will play Wednesday against the Florida Gators. And then on Thursday, it is Thursday, not Friday. Thursday, Alabama. No, it is Friday. On Friday, Alabama and what the hell? It says right here. The game is on Thursday. I'm sorry. I saw Friday, May 22nd, and then also said Thursday, the 21st. So Alabama and Florida will play on Thursday if it's Florida, if they win that game. So hopefully Bama's baseball team's playing really well right now. I hope they'll keep that going. But I do hope it's Alabama and Florida to see all the, we got two Bay County boys, Moss and Eli Blair playing. That'd be kind of cool, so I'm hoping it's that. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding people like Stevenson Air Conditioning. I bragged on them earlier. They are the best. They are local. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Call them anytime, day or night. They'll be there for you. I promise you that. Also, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. We're one day away from that world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Man, it was packed out in there yesterday. I know Johnny had a good time playing there. But this guy brought some fish in, and they will cook them up for you, okay? They cook them up. You bring it in, they'll cook it up for you. There was so much fish. They asked me, do you want this fish? I said, yeah, we'd love to have it. It was outstanding. They got everything you can think. Their pork chops are incredible. The steaks are unbelievable. The best burger on the beach. But their fried shrimp is the seasoning he uses. It's really good. And, of course, the legendary J. Michael Spaghetti. Get out there and have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. Also, good, I got time to talk about all of them. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Try it before you buy it. 23rd Street, Pier Park. Jason Kovaleski, he's out of the building today. Hopefully we'll get him back here Friday. I'm hoping he'll be here Friday. But you had another local guy, graduated from Mosley High School. He's helping out Bay High School football team quite a bit. They've got them and all kinds of stuff. Those guys are tearing up the weight room. They're strong as bulls over there. All you coaches, if you're not using Max Fit right now, you're making a big mistake. I'm telling you. He'll get them bigger. He'll get them stronger. He'll tell them what to eat, what not to eat, what vitamins and creatine, all the things you need to be taking. The guy's incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Also, skin cancer. I'm going in today at 11:30. You got to have some work done. Dr. Ward is the man. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, you got to go get it checked. If you're a female out there, you need to get checked at least once a year. Breast cancer, skin cancer, two things that women get the most. Take care of your skin. If you don't, you're going to pay for it later in life. I guarantee you that. Go see Dr. Ward. We'll be right back. When we get back at the Auburn Tigers, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you sick of the old sports talk, the vanilla opinions, the polite debates, the hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz. Weekdays 11 to 1. We're not pulling punches. We're digging graves. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 85 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Mostly clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. 84 and mostly sunshine with a calm wind Thursday. Friday mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 88. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Get ready to discover new adventures this summer and show off your style in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Check out the 2026 Kia K5. Its sophisticated design, smart safety features, and impressive fuel efficiency is perfect for your drive every day. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2026 Kia K5 during the Kia Summer Sticker Sales event. Stop by for a test drive and discover the new Kia at Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia, proud to be the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Movement that inspires.
Offer from Kia Finance America for well-qualified buyers on the purchase of a new 2026 Kia Sorento or Sportage with 2083 per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Cannot be combined with other offers. Quality is limited. See dealer for complete details. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 6/126.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kitty, James, Jenna, and all those cigarettes, boy. I tell you what, War Eagle, baby. What did I do? Give me a second here. I just saw something that's, okay, good. All right, Auburn update. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal today? Yeah, we all do. You got to get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven if that's what you want. They are the best. Pat Perno, City Commissioner of Lynn Haven, his restaurant is incredible. If you're having a big event, birthday party, anniversary, just a big party at all, and you don't want to go out, you want to have it at your home, call Pat, tell him the number of wings you want or whatever you want, and tell him what time you're going to pick it up. It'll be waiting for you, and it'll be outstanding. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Get out there and watch all the SEC games. Speaking of that, Auburn, here's what's going on Auburn baseball. They were actually seeded 6th in the SEC tournament in Hoover. They will play on Wednesday. They're going to play the winner of number 14 LSU and number 11 Oklahoma. They're going to play today, LSU, Oklahoma. That winner will play on Wednesday the Auburn Tigers. First pitch will be the late game, about 8 o'clock at night in Hoover. And Steve Moss said it right. If you love baseball, it takes you about 4.5 hours to get up there. They treat you so. It's run first class. Great food, great atmosphere, great facilities, great SEC fans everywhere. Go watch one of these games, or go watch all of them. Matter of fact, today's lineup, the first game will be played, I believe, 9:30 this morning. Number 16, Missouri, versus number 9, Ole Miss. Now, Missouri struggled this year. I definitely would put Ole Miss to win that one. Kentucky, James, I don't know. Kentucky 13th, playing 12 Vandy. Who do you like, Vandy or Kentucky?
I mean, this should be an interesting game. Both of them are kind of sitting in the same spot in the standings. How far has Vandy fallen is the thing for me,
And
4
LSU.
years ago, we were talking about Vandy and national championships,
champs,
multiple years in a row. I'm going to go with Kentucky on the upset here, though. Not really that hard of an upset, but I'll take Kentucky.
Okay. All right. To make you mad, I'll just take Vandy to go play Florida. They win, they go play Florida. What say you, Jim? Who's going to win that game?
I would say Vandy.
All right. And then that Vandy game is going to start about 1 o'clock. Now, the third game is going to be South Carolina. They just got a new baseball coach, and I believe he's from Coastal Carolina. Did you see that? I think they stole the coach from Coastal Carolina. So, baseball bigs there. When you come in 15th place in the SEC, they get rid of you there. The football coach needs to have a good year also. Around 4:30 in the afternoon, they're going to play number 10 Tennessee. I got Tennessee winning that one. I think you all do. And then the nightcap. Oklahoma, LSU, 9 o'clock. I'm going to go. LSU's got to do something this year on this tournament. They need to win the whole thing to even have a shot. I'm going to go Oklahoma gets it done. I got Oklahoma beating them and going on to play Auburn. So that's what's going to happen today in the SEC up in Hoover, Alabama. And, again, most of these games will be on the SEC network. I think all of them are. All right, let's look at Auburn. SEC, Jim, you mentioned the price of tickets. So I looked this up. Most expensive tickets as of today in the SEC versus SEC opponents in 2026. Auburn came in at number 7th on the list. Auburn at Georgia to get in right now. And you might want to buy one. I don't think it's too bad. $311 right now to get in the door.
This coming off of the resale market? Like
Yes,
StubHub?
yes. Now, if they're both having good years, what happens to the price? What happens?
They go up.
So I think they will both be really good. Let's go to the number one game in the SEC. Is it Alabama Auburn? No, it's not.
I wouldn't think so.
Is it Alabama Georgia?
That one sounds like a higher ticket.
No, it's not. Is it Texas A&M?
That's a good ticket. I don't think it's going to be the highest.
You are correct. It's not. The number one ticket as we speak right now, Oklahoma versus Texas, neutral site game. You want to get in? You can buy it now for $607.
I'm a little surprised by that one. I really thought the high ticket was going to be Ole Miss LSU with all those people wanting to get in.
It's a small stadium, too. You would think it would be.
You know, everybody in Oxford wants to go to Oxford so they can all go, boo.
Yeah, throw things at him. All right, number 2, Texas at Texas A&M. If you buy the ticket now, it's going to cost you $595. I'll be honest with you, some of these I'd buy them now. Number 3, you are correct, sir. LSU at Ole Miss. But I think it's a bargain. $482. It's a small stadium. It's a small stadium. The price goes up in these smaller stadiums if you want to get in bad enough. Texas is in almost all these. Number 4, Texas at Tennessee, $433 to get in. Number 5, Alabama at Tennessee, $421 to get in now. I worry about this game. I think we're going to struggle there. Number 6, Oklahoma at Georgia. Yeah, I'd buy the ticket right now, $326. Number 7, I already told you number 7, Auburn at Georgia, $311. Here's 8, 9, and 10. Georgia at where? Where do you think?
Georgia, Florida? No, they're not playing this year, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
In Atlanta.
I'm going to go with that one.
Yes, Alabama. Georgia at Alabama, only $302 right now. Number 9, I couldn't believe this. Now, of course, it's a small stadium. I get that. It's not the Iron Bowl. It's not the Egg Bowl. Of course, it's right now we're talking about. It's going to change. But right now, it's Tennessee at Vandy, $290. At number 10, you have any idea who could be that number 10? You'll never get it.
Kentucky and Missouri.
Kentucky and who?
Missouri. You know,
No.
the game that nobody's going to go to.
No. It's actually Tennessee at Texas A&M, $297. So right now, the Iron Bowl, no, it's not even a big deal, I guess. In the past, that'd be a big high-end ticket. And then the Egg Bowl, the small stadiums, both schools, is pretty big. But Mississippi State's been kind of down. Ole Miss is good.
And they've moved it off of Thanksgiving. You know,
Yeah,
they moved it
it's-
off that
yeah,
Thursday.
all
you know, if
day
you kept
Friday.
It on that Thursday, you'd have killer ticket prices on that because you're.
And
the
I
only
think
game
it's
in
11.
town.
Isn't it the 11 o'clock kickoff on Thursday? Yes, 11 o'clock on Friday. Black Friday is 11 o'clock. Can you
So they're
imagine
going
that?
against an NFL game, basically.
11 o'clock on a
I'm
Friday.
gonna look that up. I think they're going against an
that-
NFL.
that doesn't make any
2:30's FSU in
That doesn't make any sense.
Florida, and then the night one's Texas A&M in Texas. It's crazy. All right, Auburn is tearing it up right now in recruiting. They got a 4-star running back so far, 4-star offensive lineman, 4-star defensive lineman, 4-star tight end, 3-star receiver, 3-star linebacker, 3-star offensive tackle, and a 3-star quarterback. It's starting to roll. It's starting to get good right now. And then one other thing that's getting ready to happen is going to be Golish's first big cat weekend. That's usually when they really get some big-time players. So that's coming up, so it's going to get better and better. People are starting to get pumped up about this guy coaching, and you should. He's a good coach. But let's be honest, Jim. Recruiting now So what? You don't even know what you're getting.
Yeah, you're right.
And then, are they going to stay? Are they even going to come?
If somebody dangles more money out there, they won't.
Good on evil. Not well. No, somebody's been mean. Yellow on green. Yellow on green. Somebody's been mean. 15 yards against your team.
Thank you, Ernest T.
We were playing. Who was it? What's this? Where they you get off 75, head to Orlando. What's that town?
Wildwood.
Wildwood. We're playing Wildwood. I don't know if it's a playoff game, not Lake. I was at Lake Wales, and I promise you, I'm listening. And the guy, the announcer goes, "Yellow on green. Somebody's been mean." And sure enough, they threw a 15-yard penalty on us. I was going, "You got to be kidding me!" But he was country. Anyway, he had to be there. I thought it was funny. He had to be there.
This is coming from Montgomery, Mike here. Okay, all right.
Anyway, how much time we got?
We got about 3 minutes till the break.
All right. I'll ask both of you guys. The Auburn Tiger football team, I'm telling you now, them in Florida, I think will be good next year. He brought in a lot of his own players from South Florida. His skill players, which are good skill players that came from South Florida. You watched them. And you look what happened in Indiana. He brought all of his players from James Madison that could play. And then he had others, no doubt about that. Now, I'm not saying Auburn's going to be like Indiana. I'm not saying that. But I do think they're going to be pretty good. Well, what do you think about those South Florida players in the SEC? I think they're going to be fine.
I think they're going to be fine. I think that's the last couple of years shows you what an inexact science recruiting really is. Because if you just go by, let's use Ole Miss as an example. Trinidad Chambliss, their quarterback, who lit up everyone this year, played at Ferris State in Detroit, Michigan, which is a D2 school. Okay, they were national champs. They're a powerhouse in D2. So you mean to tell me a D2 quarterback can go and play in the SEC and light it up? So does that mean that South Florida players can't play in the SEC? That's crazy. Of course they will. They'll do fine. I think they're going to do a real good job this year. I really do. Way better than Hugh Freeze did.
I love his offensive scheme. I do. I like what he does. The defense was in great shape anyway. And you made a great point. It's like, did you ever think a guy from New Mexico or New Mexico State would go into Vandy and do what he did? Yeah. And James Madison, that blew my mind. Those kids coming from James Madison could play in the Big Ten. I thought, no way. But it's a different position. Now, for a big offensive lineman at James Madison go in the Big Ten, that's a little different. But skill players, I think, is you have a better opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Let's talk about Pat Perno, City Commissioner of Lynn Haven. We love you, Pat. He does such a great job, Beef Over Braised Lynn Haven. Get out to Beef Over Braised Lynn Haven and have a great meal today. You're already over there. Go down and see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They got an estate sale going on down there that's incredible. David Adams, they got an estate sale going on there that's incredible the entire month. And they also have the little board there, your wish list. Write what you want in jewelry, and you'll get it. Then send your boyfriend in there, your girlfriend in there, whatever. Let them know. They'll know what you want. You got it picked out. Russ, Amber, and Patrick, they'll say, yeah, this is what he wants right here. Here it is, right here. And they'll deal with you. They're incredible. You got jewelry you want to sell? Got gold, silver? You want to get rid of it? Go down and see them. They're giving good deals right now. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, this is Richard
and Connie from Fountain.
Real local winners.
And we just won a $25 gift card to Ferrucci's Ristorante in the Ferrucci Feast, just for listening to the Coach James Hale Morning Show.
Thanks, y'all. Sound like a bunch of rednecks.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs, with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5, and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Hi everyone, Tracy here. We're now open at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, and I'm so grateful for the amazing support so far. And now we're getting ready for our grand opening celebration on May 23rd. I've filled the store with beautiful diamonds, elegant jewelry, and unique gifts. Mark your calendar and come celebrate with us in downtown Panama City at 638 Harrison Avenue. I can't wait to see you at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. Let's find your sparkle.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I just got a text from a legend, the mayor. There's only one mayor. We all know that, Greg Bernicki. He says SEC football is the new ACC. Weak. SEC football is weak. What did I say to him? I text back. I was upset. I said, I think you're right. Big Ten, baby. I'm now a Big Ten guy. Not really, but they are the best right now. I got to give them credit. So, Mayor, I think you might be onto something. But you never know. You never know. I think we can get it back. Georgia, watch out for those Georgia Bulldogs. I think they're going to be really good this year. Texas has got a shot to win it all. And who knows, maybe there's somebody else out there.
Is it true that Georgia had another 130-mile-an-hour adventure on the highway with drugs involved?
We cannot confirm or deny that.
Drug paraphernalia and a firearm.
Let's don't talk about the negative things.
Oh, firearms too?
Firearm involved too.
Just means more. He's trying hard. He's got a lot to make
listen, he's the American dream. He made some big NIL money. He's got a Corvette or a car, whatever it is. But he invested that money in another business, and he's trying to make more money the American way. And that might have been drugs that he bought, sell it at a higher rate. I don't know.
He's in junior achievement. He's a young entrepreneur.
Hey, it's
just like something with his
what are you
money.
talking about? It's just like the people we send to Congress and Senate. I mean, hell, they're making.
Remember when Nate Newton for the Cowboys got pulled over and had like 75 pounds of weed in his trunk? Remember that? Yeah. He probably played at Georgia.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, this is all mine. I'm not selling it. No,
no.
It's all mine.
Yeah, I'm not. This is not a sale. You can't charge me with selling.
I'm gonna burn through it this afternoon."
Since you brought up this negative thing on my Kirby Smart, I love Kirby Smart, the greatest coach in college football. But I will say this: in the last 3 years, Georgia's had 39 players drafted. Okay, 39. Take that, all you haters. But they also had 32 arrested. I mean,
no. All kidding aside, all right, seriously. And I've said this before because I played college. I coached high school. I coached in college. When you have 100 players approximately per team, you're going to have boneheads. You are. You're going to have people that don't do the right thing. That's just statistically that's going to be true. But how is it that with somebody who's supposed to have his stuff all buttoned up like Kirby does, seems to, how does this keep happening over and over and over? At what point are they going to get the message? Because they had people get killed a couple years ago, right? Didn't they have an accident like at a strip club and a guy?
Yeah, I don't live in the past. I try to forget those things.
I mean, at what point are they going to get together? When are they going to get the point?
But when you hire, you bring in all these new kids every year. And look, it's not all guys in the Sunday choir that can play college football.
No, I understand that.
And they're great players. Everybody's going to recruit them. Everybody's going to sign them. They go to Georgia. He tries to do. They got everything set up to do things the right way. But some people, when you get $1 million for the first time in your life, you got a car for the first time in your life, and you can fly around, and you think you can do anything you want, and you get high or get drunk or whatever, you do stupid things, you make the wrong choices. Now, what do you do with them afterwards? Do you throw them away, or do you try to save them? What would the Big Ten do? What would the Ohio State do? Would they try to save a kid? Or do you just throw him out to let him be wasted away?
I think what the colleges try to do, they try to take it out of their hands. And here's the coach speaks line that you'll always hear. Well, we're going to let the system play out, and we're just going to let them decide, so they don't have to do it themselves. Yeah. Which is probably the same thing that's happening there.
Well,
we'll follow whatever the law says. That's what we'll do.
I think Kirby does exactly like Nick does. When they get in trouble at Alabama, he made them go around with the police department. They did all kind of things. I mean, they tried to save the guy. I think Kirby tries to save players. I mean, everybody goes, well, look who he signed. Let me tell you something. If your school could have got that kid, you would have signed him.
Right.
Come on. Let's keep it real.
Why, just in your mind of minds, what sounds good about driving a really fast car at 100 miles an hour with enough drugs in the car that you get arrested for
with a gun? With a gun.
I mean, okay, why are you doing this at 100? You know, if you're following the speed limit,
I just don't think he meant to. I thought it was an accident.
So he's from Montgomery, is what you're saying?
He's from Montgomery, Alabama. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why does anybody do anything. But you're right. They at that age, they think they're going to live forever and nothing's going to happen to them. And you got to remember too, a lot of them. I've seen kids change. I'm not going to name any names, but I saw some things happen where you get all the press. You get all these things. When you're a 5-star, 4-star, everybody bows down to you. Everybody wants a piece of you. You think you're sometime you can do anything you want. And you have for a while. And you make the wrong choice, wrong decisions, and this is what happens.
True. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah, that is exactly what happens, yes.
I could write a book. They would make it into a movie if the truth was known about this one situation. I guarantee. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you are correct.
You would not believe you wouldn't believe it. I mean, it would be a movie, and I know for a fact what the truth is and what it isn't. But I would never ever get into that.
Who would play Coach James Hale in that movie?
I wouldn't be in it.
That's what
I
I'm
wouldn't
asking.
be in it.
Who would take the role?
Brad Pitt would play.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
James Hale.
Yeah. I don't know, Tom Cruise. I don't know.
John Wayne.
We can bring John Wayne back.
Yeah, I love John Wayne. All right, but seriously though, everybody's getting on Kirby about that. Every coach in America would have signed that young man. They're that great of players. He signs the best players in college football, and he does a good job with them. They're just going. Some of them are just going to do what they're going to do.
You know,
you can't blame Kirby. I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't hold their hand all, 24 hours.
What are you going to do, ride with them?
It's just like we talked about in the last, since it came out with the kid from Cincinnati who was going to Texas Tech with the gambling issue. I'm 100% sure that every college gets read the riot act about don't gamble, there's what you can't do.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and do it anyway.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Like you said before, they think they're going to live forever. They're made out of...
And Coach Bryant said something one time. He's like, well, Coach, I want to come play for you. You can straighten him out. And Coach Bryant said, I don't want to have to straighten him out. If his high school coaches hadn't straightened him out, if his parents hadn't straightened him out, how in the hell can I do it? He didn't want them. Now, I think they took some. And when it comes down to athletic ability, when you see a great player that can come in and change your entire program, you're going to do it. You think Bo Jackson was an ideal student coming out of Bessemer? You think he never did anything wrong?
So what are you saying? What do you know?
I know. I ain't saying nothing. I know nothing.
I'm going to relay a story. Right? This comes from Southwest Florida when we were at Cape Coral High School, And one of our main competitors was Fort Myers High School, the Green Wave, who had been outstanding forever. And we had a coach on Fort Myers staff said to us, or said to me, he goes, "You're going to know," because Cape Coral hadn't been real good, and then we turned around and got real good. He says, "You're going to know that your program has arrived when the cops have to come to your program, your practice, and take one of your kids off
I remember you
field.
telling me about that.
Take them off the field." Okay. And ironically enough, it never happened to us, but we're playing Fort Myers in 1992, and before the game ever started, the cops came to their sideline, and walked one of their kids off in the cuffs. So I'm not naive. I know I coached, I played. There's a fine line. Some of your best players are not always the best citizens. I mean, that's just true. It's just reality.
Right.
Everywhere in the country. So, but it's just comical to me that it happens so much at Georgia. Like, what the heck is the problem?
What was that movie way back in the day, The Program? Was it called The Program?
Right.
That I think it was filmed at South Carolina Stadium.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Hey, I do want to get this in. How much time we got?
Oh, we got about 3.
Danny Cannell, he hates the SEC. He hates Alabama. He's got his post-spring top 10 power rankings. Now, I'm shocked who he has number 1. I didn't think it'd be anybody from the SEC. He's got Texas at number 1. And I get it. They've gone out and bought they got the most expensive bra, almost $50 million.
Yeah.
Number 2, here we go again, Oregon. They get more love than anybody I know. Oregon's got the money, and the guy's done a great job. But it seems like when he plays in the biggest games, they're not even close.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 4, Notre Dame. Go bet their mortgage. Notre Dame's going to make the playoffs. They're in. They're in. Go look at their schedule. They're in. Number 5, and I'm telling you, Jason's been talking about them, so I've been kind of looking and reading stuff about Miami. They're going to be pretty good. They're right now in Danny's poll at number 5. Number 6, Indiana. Now, every school he's talked about so far is either in the Big Ten or SEC, and you got the independent that runs the world, Notre Dame. Number 7, Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. I think they're going to be really good. At number 8, here we go, another SEC school, Texas A&M. Number 9, LSU. Do you think he can that team, $40-something million roster, can he make them gel in year 1? I'm going to say yes. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think
in the past I would never say that.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a lot better.
Yeah. At number 10, and watch out, they're going to be a pretty good guy. The quarterback can play. Golding seems to know what he's doing. But Ole Miss is at number 10. No Alabama. No Alabama. Hates Alabama. But
James,
that is his
James,
top
they
10.
lost 4 games last year.
I know, but please.
That might have something to do with it.
I don't like looking at facts, okay? All right, let's talk about some of our great, wonderful, outstanding, couldn't be better sponsors. Steve's Bike Shop. Steve will be in here Thursday. Looking forward to that. The guy is incredible. Swim coach at Mosley High School. Got a business that's going since 1979. The best at what he does. How many businesses will last that long? Electrical bikes are taking over the world. He's got new and used. He's got the standard bikes. He's got every kind of helmet, lights, you name it, they got it. Get out to Steve's Bike Shop, right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Get you a good bike. Now, if you made a mistake and bought one from these chain stores and the tires are flat when you get it home and they never stay pumped up, go ahead and take it to Steve's Bike Shop. Let him fix it for you. You're going to know you screwed up. You should have bought a bike from Steve's Bike Shop. They are that good. Turf Pro Pest Control, the yard will look like a golf course. You will have no bugs in the house or in your yard. You know why? Patrick Garner does an incredible job. Locals taking care of locals. His daughter's a swim coach, a swim cheerleader, a cheerleader at Mosley High School. I'll get it right in a minute. Turf Pro Pest Control. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. Jim Brandt, Big James, Little James, 104.3. ESPN Northwest Florida. Where's Greg Bernicki when I need him?
This Memorial Day, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida honors our local heroes. From Port St. Joe, Sergeant Clifford Sims, United States Army, made the ultimate sacrifice. While in heavy combat in Vietnam, company leader Sergeant Sims threw himself on top of an enemy explosive device in order to save the soldiers of Company D. Thank you for your service and great sacrifice. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 85 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Mostly clear skies tonight, a calm wind and warm near 73. Mostly sunny and 85 tomorrow. 84 and mostly sunshine with a calm wind Thursday. Friday mostly sunshine and a temperature about the same at 88. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Pain don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for listening today. We hope you have a wonderful day. We are live, J. Michaels Studios, beautiful Panama City Beach. We live in paradise. If you haven't been to the beach lately, that water looks like glass water. It's gorgeous, man. You see the bottom, the sand's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, probably the most beautiful beaches in the world, right here in Bay County. Congratulations to, I love this man. First football banquet he spoke at was ours at Lake Wells, the legendary Steve Spurrier. Coach Spurrier's 81, Jim?
81.
81 years old. Just got put into the South Carolina Hall of Fame, the legendary Coach Spurrier. Now, was Judy at that what's that concert she went to?
Morgan Wallen.
And didn't Coach come out?
No, that was on Saturday. She went on Friday. Tim Tebow was
when Judy but then you said you saw a picture of Coach Spurrier?
Yeah, that was on Saturday.
Okay. He's walking kind of gentle, right?
Yeah. Looks like he's had hip issues or something.
Yeah. You remember this? This was 1990. James, we were 1990. Jim and I took a bunch of players to Coach Spurrier's first football camp
I think
up
it was.
there. And
hotter than you know what.
Yeah, oh, my God. And they got the players on the field. And we're standing there. He goes, Coach Hale, Coach Brandt, get out here. I need some help. You remember that? Yeah. We were out there and helped him coach. We didn't get paid either.
No.
Oh, I did. Did you get your check? Maybe I kept yours.
You probably took it.
Yeah. But anyway, he had it. He did. He called us out there to get out there and coach. So we worked the camp for him, and we had a blast. That was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
he's
a different bird, you know. On the outside, you think he's kind of a smart aleck and sarcastic and all that, but he's very smart and got it together.
He is a good man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
One thing about him, I don't think he will ever lie to anybody.
Yeah, I was going to say he always tells the truth.
He does. You better be careful what you ask him because he's going to tell you that what he really truly believes.
Right.
He's.
I think he probably had more influence. I know you're a Bear Bryant fan, but Steve Spurrier changed the SEC.
He did.
Football-wise.
No doubt.
Mean, completely. Because it was just running up the middle until he came, and then not so much.
3 yards, punt the ball, play
defense.
And he changed. You're right.
No,
the guy was incredible. I'm going to tell you what I loved about him, too. He was, when Julie got sick, He signed a pitcher, sent us a picture of him. Get well, we guys are pulling for you, Steve Spurrier. I mean, and then they were down recruiting a couple players. We had that All-Star game. Who was the freak? Javon Curse.
Javon Curse.
He was playing one of our rivals. And then we had the great running back from Mariner. I love him.
Ernest Graham.
Ernest. So Carl would come down and recruit that area, Carl Franks. And he'd bring Spurrier, Coach Spurrier would be in the car with him. And they call the house. And Julie come outside and goes, Coach Spurrier wants the phone. So I walk up because, no, he wants to talk to Jared. And you talking about making him feel good. He just knew how to – he just it was something special about that guy. Jared gets on the phone with Steve Spurrier, and they're talking. And then I finally get to get on the phone and talk with him. And Jared goes to school and tell everybody, hey, I talked to Coach Spurrier yesterday. He called. And they were like looking at him like, what are you talking about? And he was going to a private Christian school, and they were like, what? Yeah, I talked to Coach Spurrier.
Yeah.
He called me. And he did. They called him. It was crazy. But I always he always treats us good till we go up to their football camps and everything. They did a good job. Bobby did a good job with his. Did you ever go to any Miami's football camp or coaching clinics? I never went down to theirs. I went to who was the guy that used to recruit Southwest Florida from Miami? He was the offensive line that was there for years.
Art Kehoe.
Kehoe, I liked him. He was cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Anyway, I want to talk about one thing before we get out of here today. Southern Mississippi baseball, I got to brag on them. They just won the Sun Belt. They're ranked 8th in one of these polls. Their record, 40-14. And let me tell you something else. They were 22-8 in the Sun Belt. This is something. Southern Mississippi has won now more than 40 games in 10 consecutive seasons, the longest in Division I baseball.
Wow.
How about that? How about that?
Go figure.
Let's see if that impresses. Who's that? Who's on the phone? Nate?
We have Big Nate with us.
Nate, what's up, Big Daddy? How you doing?
Good, Coach. You guys are talking Steve Spurrier.
Love that man. I love that man.
You know, I only had one run-in with him, and that was, well, not personally, like I didn't ever meet him, but when the Huskies faced Duke in the 1989 Freedom Bowl, the Huskies won, but I remember the interview afterward or before the game, and Don James was talking about Steve and how they had to prepare for that team. And it was just amazing to me how much respect you could hear in Don James's voice for Steve Spurrier at that time.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That's two good ones right there you're talking about.
Yeah, they ended up losing 34-7 to the Huskies, but you know, Duke Blue Devils, that was a different year, but he went on to bigger and better things after that.
That's for sure.
You got that right. You know, they were talking, Carl, I think it was Carl Face telling us, but I don't know if you were there or not, but, you know, he'd come up with that shotgun. I think he was one of the first ones to do shotgun in the SEC, and he'd go 5 wides. And he said, we'd be in meetings, and Coach come up with these formations, and we go, well, how are we going to pass protect that? How can we – he'd go, we'll figure it out. And he would go with it, and they'd have to figure out how to, you know, pass protect with 5 wideouts and a shotgun, getting the ball off quick enough. Because they blitz here, blitz here.
The defense is also going to defend five receivers. So.
Yeah, but they still can blitz, and where they're coming from, and they were like going nuts how they're going to figure this out, slide this way, slide that way. There's no back to pick up a fire.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but Spurrier, that was a great man. I really liked him. I got to spend time with him. The first banquet where he ever spoke was ours at Lake Wells, and I was coaching down there. And we got to spend the whole day with him. And I'll never forget some reporter, I believe it was in Tampa, he was all upset with this guy because the offense wasn't going to feature a running back or something like that, and Emmett was trying to decide what to do. So I remember him talking to Emmett Smith's dad on the phone. I was trying to eavesdrop, listen to that. But I remember he was upset with this reporter out of Tampa. And it was just interesting listening to everything, and he was talking to other recruits and stuff like that. But he is a good man. He had a good heart. He's a good Christian guy. And Jim and I were talking. He'll tell you the truth. You ask him any kind of question, he just tells you the truth. He didn't put any filters on it or anything. And some people that kind of hurts their feelings, and some maybe think he's arrogant or something, but he's not. He's just a good person.
See what people in that haven't ever played football, all right, there's a lot of people out there. Oh, it's just football, but it's not. It's not. It's just not. It's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's like, even though you play against somebody, you still have respect for them because of all the hardships that you had to get through to try to beat that person.
Right.
And then they had to do the same against you. And so having a coach, like my football coach in my life, even though he was hard on me, as hard could be, I respected the man for doing, giving me things that my dad couldn't give me anymore.
Right.
Like, it's not just soccer coach and my dad when I'm 5, 6, 7 years old. This is something bigger, better, something that I had invested time in. And my football coach in high school, I still think about him pretty much every day because he was a really good man, and he didn't get the accolades that he wanted from us in football as best as we could play in the small league we grew up in Washington. But he ended up taking our girls basketball team to state, which I thought was pretty impressive. So,
yeah, that's when you say that. I even think back to my junior high coach, Coach Rhodes. He was incredible, man. He came in there and we won the championship and we ran the wishbone. He worked his way. His first job was Floyd Junior High. He worked his way up. He won the national championship as head coach at Troy. He was offensive line coach at Alabama, I think under Franchione. He coached at Delta State. But you talk about influence. I thought the world of him. Coach Brock, Coach Joyner in Montgomery, Lanier, and Carver. And then Bobby Collins, the head coach of Southern Mississippi. I loved him. I loved my coaches there. Jim Carmody. Bill Clay. Bill's still alive. He coached at Texas A&M. He coached at Mississippi State. I had some great coaches. Mac Brown, he was head coach at Texas. I loved him. I had some great coaches.
Well, I'm going to let you pay the bills. Thanks, guys, for taking my call, and I'll call you sometime later this week.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it, sir. How much time we got?
30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Jim Bob, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Brian will be here with you tomorrow. I'll be back as soon as I can. And you have a great, great day. Jim Bob, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
James, thank you. Don't you remember your coaches, too? You love your coaches? Yeah, I do, too. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live